Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm here to do my Goddess Yemaya Womb of Creation for the month of October 2022. And we are going to connect to the collective energies for all those that are guided to this reading for October 2022. I did sit a little while before I started the video to connect to the energies to see what came to me. And I had an overwhelming feeling of like everything is okay. There was just this peaceful calm. Even if it seems like everything is not okay, I feel October is going to bring a sense of calm, even in the midst of chaos, or even in the midst of, I'm not saying that you're going to have that, but if you are experiencing chaos, I feel like just this sudden realization that there is perfection. I just got this awe and wonder of calm and perfection in the middle of whatever's happening. So you may experience that kind of come over you or take over you in the month of in the month of October. It's like every little thing's gonna be all right. There's like a song that's coming to me, but I don't know what it is. I will try to find it and then put a link to it below, like I do. Every little thing's gonna be all right. It's just that kind of feeling, and she's bringing that to us for our month of October. So like I said, if you're having issues, and it's not to say that you will be, but you may experience just that, like you just kind of stop in the middle of it and just look around and say, this is, everything's, you find yourself calm and you just think this is perfection in the middle of whatever's happening. So let's focus on the spread. I'm going to use Halloween, decks and oracles and stuff for the reading because we are in that season, right? So we want to use those energies to do the reading, but I am going to stick with the mermaid just to get an opening message beyond the one that came to me. So let's see what's coming for October. Goddess Yemaya, connecting to Goddess Yemaya, and as always to guardian angels and Archangel Michael to guide and protect our time and space together for our October energies 2022 spirit. What she wants to tell us. Oh, there it is. I love when it does that, and it's the mirror. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. And it can be a little bit of that feeling that came through in the beginning, like seeing what you're really made of, seeing what you're really, who you really are. And who you really are is spirit, your source energy, your divine love. And so that, of course, would bring you that sense of calm, that sense of peace amidst of whatever may be happening in our 3D reality in front of our 3D eyes, right? So you're seeing through that like illusion and really seeing the depth of who you are in a spiritual form. Kind of going, it's not the same card as last month, but I do remember last month's card was what you can visualize, you can actualize, and it was about like what's real and what isn't real, right? And manifesting and creating the unseen, yet unmanifested world into the 3D physical reality of the manifested. So it's kind of giving me that vibe too. So mirror reflection, mirror image, but it's just still that same sense of the energy that I connected to before I started the reading as well. So let's just see what else comes up for us with or October. Let's use an oracle, Halloween oracle, to connect to her energy. Maybe bring up more of a message. But to me, this is really, seeing who you are as a soul self, seeing who you are as spirit, and maybe a way that you haven't before, or feeling it, experiencing it, knowing it in a way you haven't before. October's oracle, Yemaya. What oracle message for October do you want to give us? Oh, there it is. There it is. Skull of Light, Illumination. So yeah. a lot of light. This gives me the vibe of like sun, the sun card in tarot. Doesn't have a number. This was number 21, so this would be like the world card as well. Yeah, it's like totally seeing things, you know, a lot of light, a lot of illumination, spirit. I feel it's very spiritually oriented, but it can be other things too. It could be seeing other things, but seeing, I feel like with new eyes, spiritual eyes, seeing who you are, seeing the truth of that spiritual, you know, your spiritual self, your who you are as source energy as of pure love, right? And there's going to be an illumination here. And when we illuminate something, we can see something. We know something that we didn't know before. We didn't know before that. So let's tap in and see what spirit of darkness and light is helping us in the month of October. Spirit of darkness and light. I feel it's this one. Spirit of the snowflake. And I'm going to take the top and the bottom too. Special, irreplaceable, one of a kind. And the top is the feminine spirit, is receptive intuition, intuitive nurturing, and the undercurrent is the masculine energy. And right under that is the sun card in this deck. So I'm going to take them all, only because I felt the sun in this illumination. So once again, I get that sense of, and you know, this can be an inner balance too, like seeing who you really are, seeing like your own, like if you consider yourself the divine feminine, seeing that masculine energy within yourself, or it can be being reflected back to you in the 3D physical, but it's just seeing, you know, this could be between partnerships, seeing this person and them seeing you as one of a kind, irreplaceable, special, right? There's this energy here in that way. So it's pretty interesting. And her eyes are also illuminated. And again, there's that sense of seeing, a sense of knowing coming up. So there, I'm hearing there could be a recognition of that specialness, that one of a kind with someone, or something within yourself. It doesn't always have to be about relationship, but there's definitely something coming here that is going to really let you see, and it's going to allow you to see yourself in a new way too, and or feel and experience that feeling that I had gotten in the beginning of the reading. So let's do the reading with this Halloween tarot deck. So focusing on my spread, let's see what fell. What fell was the Page of Ghosts. So this is a Page of Cups. So this is emotional sensitivities. This could be apologies. This could be offering something emotional. There is a little letter at his foot. So this is often messengers. So this one, I do kind of feel that. I feel there's a message perhaps of love or emotion. Now it's not the Knight or it's not the King. So this could just be a little something, something. I'm really being drawn to, he's holding his cap. He's taken off he's, you know, seeing something. He wants to see something. It's just something I'm being guided into with the card. It's like he wanted to see that fish, or what the heck is in my cup. And in doing so, he had to remove this. Because you know, when you were younger and you would wear your Halloween costume, and it would be hard to see through that mask, or it would build up condensation in there from breathing in it, you know, and you couldn't see right, so you would have to take it off to be able to see correctly. So there's what is, you know, coming out, like there's something coming up in emotion, and he's like really wanting to look at it, and in doing so, he unmasks himself. So there could be something with that too coming up here. And it could be something for the first time. It's like to really get a good look at what he's got a hold of here. He had to you know, I would say unmask himself. I'm not saying he had masked himself on purpose or anything like that, because we are looking at Halloween. It's just something that's going on. But there is that letter there, so there is a message. But I'm also being guided to that symbol. I'm gonna let him, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna let him out there because he seems to like want to stand for something. And the fish and the fish bones, that's all very spiritual too, to me. And we also have water, which Halloween time frame we will be in Scorpio. So there could be something with Scorpio time frame as well. So here where I cut is the King of Ghosts, which is the King of Cups. And the Ace of Imps, which is the Ace of Wands. So there is inspiration, and again there is the King here, and we had the page, and so we've kind of like gone right to the page. There's a progression, and I feel an acceleration with this Ace of Imps, which I think is the Ace of Wands. So there is like this acceleration, this fast. There's a fast pace progression from page to king there. I'm going to try not to look at my shuffling. I don't want to do the whole reading around where I shuffled it up, but I can't help it when sometimes things come up. So focusing on my 7-card spread. Again, if you'd like your own personal private reading, you can be taken to my Etsy shop as well. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it here. Should I stop? So the energy surrounding our month beyond what we've already seen. So this is the first card, and it is 6 of Bats, which is interesting. This is a card that came up in the ending of my vampire, not to put a spoiler, but I had a Vampire Lovers special reading, Halloween special reading last night, and this was one of the cards that came up. But this card is about, this is a card, I would say, use the word transitioning, right? A transition from one state of mind to another. You know, it's the bat, so it's the air element. So I liken it more to the mind, but it also can represent, because that's where things start in our mind. So if we're thinking negatively, if we're thinking doom and gloom thoughts, we can't progress, right? So our mind has to proceed with physical actions, even, you know, with manifestation and all of it. So getting our mind right, getting our mind straight, getting our mind harmonious. 6 is about balance and harmony as well. So I feel like there is a transition, you know, first with the mind, and then the rest follows, and like being taken to a better state of mind is the energy that I'm getting. Transitioning to a better state of mind, a better way of being in our thoughts, and then that kind of follows, everything else kind of starts to follow through, or it can more easily follow through as well. So that's the energy. We're moving to a better, more harmonious state of being. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to say state of being, because our mind has to be in alignment with that. And there has to be a belief too, that there's a better, something better, you know, better way of thinking, a better way of interacting, or whatever the situation you find yourself in. That there is progression, transition to more harmonious energies, thoughts, ways of being. This is like being flexible and moving forward, and like a want to move forward and progress something. Something she'd like us to do, something she would like you to create more of this month, to do or create more of this month. And it is the sun. And isn't that, you know, that's like really the third sun that we've gotten. We've had it here. I felt it really strongly here with the Illumination, which I'm just going to set right here. And kind of pull this over here. And then we had it here. So we have 3 suns. So the number 3 has been really big lately. I've been seeing it a lot. Oh, it's funny because the 21 is 3 too. So 3, 3, 3, 3, or triple threes is coming up. And we ended up with 3 of the spirit cards too. So 3 suns. So what she wants us to create more of this month is positivity, is illumination, is energy, vitality, resurrection, right? So these are all the things that an illumination, and seeing what is illuminated. You're really taking in what the sun sheds light on as well. So that is what she wants us to spend more time on. And it can even be too, like just getting more vitamin D. I love getting out in the sun and spending most of my day outdoors and getting, soaking up all those good rays. So it can simply be that. And you see a two-headed monster there, kind of like just lazing in the sun. So do that, lay on, if you're near a beach, lay on the beach. If you're not, lay out in your yard or lay in a hammock under the sun. Get in touch with the earth and nature and those good sun rays. At the very least, spend more time doing that. Outside of that, really resurrect your own energy, your own vitality within yourself in whatever way. And also, pay attention to whatever gets illuminated as well. Love life for the month of October. And we have 3 of Imps, which is the 3 again. So this is a card of, like, I'm hearing the word expectancy. It's not always the word that I would choose for this card, but there's an expectancy here of growth. You can see it in the visual of this card. There is a bit of separation. There's like 2 people on one side and 1 person on the other, and a cat sitting in the center of them. So there is a little bit of, perhaps distance or separation from something that you want to be partnered with, but there is an expectancy of growth. There is expansion in this energy. And again, the number 3 seems important with this card. I'm going to pull from another deck just to get more of what is expanding, what is growing. This can also be a card of waiting, like waiting for your ships to come in, but we'll see what. I really don't want that deck. They're saying the spirit of darkness and light again. So what is the love life? We're going to add to the love life. What spirit is helping us with this? And it is the Crow. Prophecy, messenger, bad news. So I'm getting it. It's like what you're expecting grows. So watch the bad news, right? Try not to, put negative energies on what it is that you want in your love life. There is, this energy of expectancy and expansion and things coming together for you with what you want to partner with. But when I see the bad news, I don't feel like that's what's going to happen, but I feel like watch what you're expecting to happen. So really put a positive spin or try to think positive thoughts about what it is that you want and avoid the negative. Finances for the month, and it is 7 of Pumpkins. So this is a good card for finances. This talks about, investments, long-term growth on investment, time invested, giving your money time to grow over a period of time, like a long-term CD or something like that. But patience is required to watch your money grow. And I feel like you are really looking over a good harvest here of finances. So good energy with that. The number 7, so the 7th of the month could be important for finances. Something she wants to help us cleanse in the month. 2 of Ghosts. So love and partnership. And again, it's going back to like watch what you're looking. Oh, okay, we did have messenger here. We had the Page of Cups. So there is a message coming. I don't feel it's bad news. I feel it's good news. And, to expect that to grow. Because I'm seeing the 2 people like holding those flames, holding those wands. And this one does not have a flame, does not have a wand. So there is something with that there. However, what she wants us to cleanse is, emotions and partnerships, love connections, and that energy there. A seed of new energy planted by the new moon in October, which I'm not sure when that is, and it is the Hierophant. So this is the energy of traditional things. It's doing the right thing. doing the right thing. This is the seed of new energy planted in the new moon, and it is to do the right thing, or to seek guidance for the highest good of all in regards to a situation in your life, like taking the high road, doing the right thing. That's the seed of energy to plant for. And this can also be a spiritual, because it is a high, the Hierophant. This is the higher realms, 5D, and that can be, it can be that too, but I'm kind of getting the other first. So the full moon message, something that will come to a good completion in a good way by the next full moon, and it is Knight of Cups, and we have all of the cups, right? We have the Page. I did see the King, he flopped out there somewhere, and we have the Knight. So all of the cups have made their way to the table this evening in this reading. So this is, again, messages of emotions and invitation, emotional invitation, and he's holding a scroll here. So there is that energy there. So that is what is going to come to a good completion. And it's having cleared that out and watching our thoughts, but there is a message. I know what they're saying. Expect a message. Oh my gosh, I'm a little slow. Oh, I'm a little slow. So there is an expectancy. You may be expecting bad news, or that may just be a pessimistic way. I'm hearing the word pessimistic way of thinking or being, that it's, never going to work, or it's not. But as you can see where we started, there is a grand recognition of each other here. One of a kind, snowflake. There is no two, supposedly no two alike, right? So there is this sense here of not to be pessimistic in a way of thinking of what you're expecting in love. And I feel like whatever's coming, it's going to help you change that way of being. It's going to help you see and believe that you don't have to think that way, or you don't have to expect the worst anymore. But they're saying, like when I did that, they said expect a message, but also watch how you are thinking, just as a side note. So yeah, and let's see our superpower for, and it is the Strength card. I love it. The superpower is strength, and she's taming that wild beast of the Leo. So if you are a Leo or a fire sign, you can tap into that energy, as well as your strength or your superpower. But your superpower is your own strength, your inner strength, your willpower. This is a lot of willpower energy, and knowing you have what it takes to overcome anything or to deal with anything, even if it's scary. So there's a lot of courage here. So your superpower is in that courage, and your strength in that courage to overcome things. So I love how this reading has come out. So let's do some red leaf Lenormand. These are a fall Lenormand deck that I got a long time ago. I just like it for the season. And let's pick some Lenormand messages for our October's closing messages. And it is dog. Am I surprised that dog is out here? And it's funny, undercurrent is message. I'm going to let it, and I'm going to take the top, and that's going to be our messages. So undercurrent is the mirror. Top card is heart. So a mirrored love, a love. So it's like really kind of like a, kind of reminds me of like a fun house kind of thing. It's like what you see is what you get. It was part of that. Watch what you expect. If you're expecting bad news, if you're seeing bad news, you're seeing bad news. You're going to see bad news. If you're seeing good news, you're going to see good news. So it's kind of like that. It's like your heart kind of getting mirrored back to you that is in your heart. But the dog is talking about, of course, unconditional love. It's talking about loyalty. And it's an energy that has been around me for quite a while. I would have to say before I moved last year, it started coming in really strongly, and it's still very much here. So, but it's also seeing that again, the mirror, definitely coming up as a confirmed message. So seeing that unconditional love within yourself, but I feel also seeing it within another. Dog's number is 18. And the heart is 24. 18 is the moon card in tarot. And for some reason, we had the sun and the moon. Oh, they're so funny. This is so funny. The sun is 19, and we've seen it 3 times. The moon is 18, and it's masculine. Sun is masculine, I'm sorry, and moon is feminine, and so they have it here. So there is masculine and feminine within the energies in the cards. So I love seeing that. 4 is also the Emperor, which is masculine. And we have 2 and 4. 2 is the High Priestess, which is kind of feminine energy. And 4 is the masculine in here, which is 6. And that is where we started, which was the 6 of Swords. And so that's harmony and balance and moving forward. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful reading for October. And happy Halloween. That mind blip there. Happy Halloween to everyone as well. Angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love.